walk in the flesh, but we're not warring after the flesh. Verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imagination, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and bringing into captivity every thought into the obedience of Mashiach. That's heavy.
Lighten it up. You lighten it up, man. It's just like a forest fire, man. That's what this truth is, man. It devours anything in its sight. What's that last part say? To bring into captivity thought. You know? Because now, just like this damn sissy that came up here earlier, you know, talking about, well, you know, what did he say? You're supposed to render positivity unto everybody. Right. You're not gonna be able to do that, man. So he got burned up or cut up by the scriptures, man. Because we're breaking those strongholds through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Those same strongholds that have caused darkness to our people. You know? That's why this light of Yahweh Shai, man, is set up on a hill.
That's right.
For everybody to see it, man. You bring that up?
I'll read that last one again.
Yeah,
It says, all right. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Right, going to show you that we do have weapons. And that's this sword. You know what I'm saying? You know, pursuing back to Ephesians, man, or even pursuing back to Matthew the 24th chapter, okay? This is a war, okay? The Lord's not sending us out to war unequipped, all right? The weapon in which we have is cutting your soul and your spirit, okay? Not just your flesh. We see your flesh. The Lord has identified you already as the wicked. Our weapons are not carnal. Our weapons are spiritual. That's what makes it even worse. You know?
That's right.
Because hey, it's a wisdom in which, like, damn, I forgot the name of the movie, but it's only one place in which the dragon could be penetrated. Like he had, you know, it's probably some mythology.
I know what you're talking about.
Is it The Hobbit? Maybe The Hobbit or some shit. I read it as a kid or some shit. But he only had one place where his mesh, his whole body was steel, but it was only one place that was penetrable. You know. And that's what this weapon of our warfare does. It penetrates Esau, all the rest of these other heathen nations, and 2/3 of our people in the most vulnerable spot.
Man.
They spirit.
Hey, trust me, the scriptures have a weight. And it's only through the spirit, man. But even us in this truth, but like the brother going into, especially these Edomites, these scriptures, these words have a way of finding that weak spot.
Yep.
And getting
in there, you know?
Come on. That's why everybody get offended in us. It ain't us, it's this word.
Yeah, cause it's the one thing in which they don't have a defense for. You know, Esau's system is set up on all of these lies, or as we talk about, a house full of cards.
Speak on it.
You know, but that wind of Yahweh Shai Shai is the one thing that comes and blows all of that shit down, man. You know?
Come on. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
right?
But mighty through Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai,
right?
To the pulling down of strongholds,
yep.
Casting down imagination,
yep.
And every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Every high thing, we talked about how prideful Esau ass is, you know, and at the peak of pride, you know, and that's pulling down another stronghold, you know, who promotes darkness, pulling his ass down, you know, pursuing back to Jacob and Esau, you know, grabbing the heel of Esau, man, you know, and pulling his ass down according to prophecy. Go ahead.
and bringing into captivity every
Captivity act?
yeah,
No way, go ahead.
and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach.
Yeah, that's heavy, man. That's heavy, man. Going to show you that there is a order, okay? All thought is going to be governed starting at the very top of Yahweh, Rakha Kadash, you know? Through the King David, you know, and the elders, you know, the governing body, the elect. That and really that goes back to the laws being placed in our inward parts. You know? Because hey, in the kingdom of righteousness, everything is going to be ran efficiently underneath the governing body of Yahushua. That's it. As the brother said, it won't be any petitioning, you know what I'm saying? It won't be grievances, you know? You ain't gonna have the ability to go see a congressman and shit, you know?
That's right, brother.
Hey, the true dictatorship is gonna be the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's right.
But done righteously, you know? And if you don't like it, you can get a sword. That's it. You know? You receive judgment. Oh, go ahead. No,
I would say Jake passed through. He had a little respect. He took his hat off when he walked by.
I saw that too.
And then he put it back on when he got up to work. Right up there.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, that's the spirit, man.
Yeah.
You know? Like, hey, the times we coming in, hey, it's gonna be hell for you crackers, man. It is going to be hell, man. Y'all already are not equipped for any type of adversity at all. You're not. You all are the weakest of mankind, okay? And all of that power in what you stole, right, is now going to be rendered unto you all, okay?
That's right.
So enjoy the last little minutes of your glory, man. You crackers are about to go into slavery.
That's right. So y'all, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You know, Most High is bringing you, because he going, like we talking about being brought into captivity. Edomite is about to be brought into captivity. That's right. That's right, brother.
Yeah, because they are the ones that promote that thought. You know? That's why Yahushua is going to bring those thoughts into captivity. He's going to break them, you know, just in the same way in which we are still being purified from, you know, that darkness and being brought into the light. And as the brother said, you know, you come into the light, you like, oh, god damn, boy, I can't see anything. No. You know? Imagine how, well, shit, I mean, we know what happened with Moses, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know? Hey, Moses was his whole countenance was blinded, was shining.
Blinding is, well, yeah, he had to wear that veil to keep from blinding Israel.
Right. Gun. So yeah, I mean, hey, that's the light in which we're talking about. We're talking about infinite wisdom. We talked about it in John, the creator of all things, and all things were made by him and for him, and there was no other thing that was made unless it was for him. So the point being here is this: that's that light, man. That's going to consume all the rest of these other thoughts, all the rest of these other ideals. Going right back to Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Because everything else that has been ruled through this existence has been of the ways and the ideals of man. That's why Yahushua is known as that rock. To come back and break this final kingdom, aka Babylon, man. That's the real breaking down the strongholds.
I got one for you, because a while ago you were saying this is a war, and the Heavenly Father not going to send you to war unprepared or without any
equipment.
Yeah, yep. There it is. So this is Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12.
John.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Right, the rulers of darkness, man. The so-called white people. Those are the ones that are ruling this nation, you know? That is who we are warring against. And it said it's a spiritual war, man. Go ahead.
It says against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Right. Because you're in a war. You know, the Lord is sending us out as sheep in the midst of wolves, man. You know, so yeah. I mean, and Yahushua is essentially that material in which all of these the equipment is made of. You know. Go ahead.
Yeah, like the brother said, he provided. Now, whether you put it on or not or use it, that's a whole different story.
Jake,
no,
Jake out there fighting buck naked like the damn Greeks and Romans.
Verse 13.
Sackcloth.
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that ye may be able to withstand the Salakia, let me read that again. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
Right. Going to show you that there's going to be an evil day. That's prophecy, man. You know? And as that evil day comes, the question is, will you be equipped in order to have protection? You know, that's ultimately what it boils down to. Are you wearing the proper equipment for the day of battle? You know, because spiritually speaking, the day of battle, we talked about, brother had brought out how our weapons are not carnal. So we're not physically gonna be fighting against Esau, the so-called white man. So what kind of battle, what kind of day of evil is going to be occurring spiritually? You know, Jacob's trouble, martial law, famine, pestilence, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Are you going to be equipped spiritually to handle those things through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua? Go ahead.
And having done all to stand. It says, stand therefore having your loins girt about.
Right. Hey, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth. And having on the breastplate of righteousness. Right,
the breastplate of righteousness. You know, that the protection of basically, you know, the front and the back. You know, to where those wiles of the devil, you know, these philosophies, you know, the sorcery, you know, the end up women in general, you know, your job, losing your car. Those are the wiles of the devil, man. You know. You using any agent, going back to the movie The Matrix, using any agent to try to throw you off of your spiritual path of righteousness.
Okay.
Right.
It said, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
Right. Yeah. Because even in ancient times, you know, you had what they call shin guards that went down to your feet, you know what I'm saying? To protect your feet in war. Go ahead.
And above all, having the shield of faith.
Right.
Wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Right. Yeah, because you're at war. Yeah? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Well, it goes back to the movie, what was the second one? The Rise of the 300. You know? When, what was the Persian? Darius? Was it Darius? Or Cyrus? Xerxes, Salakia, the third one. Damn. All right, yeah. Darius, Cyrus, Xerxes. Xerxes walks out to the middle of everyone else and says, "War!" You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly in which the thing that was promoted against the 300. You know? And that's a reference of Gideon. You know? What?
Yep.
You got a comment? Oh.
I agree with the brother had put.
Oh, Israelite foreigners? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that shield, that breastplate, your feet showed, you know, covered, you know, all of those things are in preparation, man. You know? Yeah, you got our people out here not even knowing there's a warfare going on. You know? Thinking Black Panther, you know, it's like, oh yeah, look, Black Panther, look at my dashiki.
Yeah.
Completely succumb, you know, to that spiritual attack. You know? Getting pushed right back into the sunken place.
Yep.
You know?
Esau, he cannot show for nothing to save his life, you know, just some jakes with power. So if he do, he got to make sure you associated with Africa or being African. He can't just show, you know, just some jake like what they did with Hancock. You know, they kind of halfway did it, but they had to make him be a bum.
Right.
And weak to a goddamn white bitch. You know. But yeah, everybody, just like the apostle said, man, everybody now they connecting this shit with the Kemet community, you know, being African. But that's a Hebrew, you know, that's us without a fucking suit. You know, we don't need no suit. When the Most High raise us up, we not gonna need no goddamn suit. And we gonna make the Black Panther look like a black pussy. You know. Yeah, man, but yeah, that's to be expected with Hollywood anyway.
Right, exactly. Because I mean, hey, Hollywood in itself is promoting witchcraft. You know, that Hollywood, you know, comes from the tree, you know, in which they deem as sacred to them, which is really just promoting more and more wickedness. You know. So yeah, I mean, hey, this is not our rest, man. You know, how can you rest in a time of war? You know, even in I think it's in Jeremiah, going back to the point what you said about having marriages, Jeremiah said not to even have no goddamn kids in this place. You know, I mean, and brothers, you know, hey, you know, shit happens, man. But the point being here is this, right? Hey, I mean, yeah, hey, I got kids, you know, whatever. But the point being here is this, you know. Hey, another quick point before I make that point is they used to say Gad and Reuben, as far as when at war, when Esau first started to attack, they wouldn't have sex. They wouldn't have sex at all because their mind was so focused at the task at hand. You know, and I mean, the point I'm really making here is all of those things are to show you, hey, when you're in war, man, your whole goal is first get your ass out of war, you know, or to conquer that enemy.
Vanquish your enemy.
Right, exactly. You know, so even pursuing back to Jeremiah, you know, in his statement about not having any kids in this place, you know, hey, the mindset was on, hey, let's get the hell out of Babylon, or let's just destroy these people. You know, let's take care of the real business. Plus, men in that time, spiritually and mentally, had a more dominance, their spirit over women. Women weren't viewed as they are today. They're not exalted. You know, women were just like a pair of used up, you know, Air Force Ones. You know. Yeah, you got some new Air Force Ones, but them old ones, you like, hey, whatever, bro. They just shoes, okay? They just possessions. That's the point. Hold on 1 second, bro. Did you have anything else? Hold on 1 second, bro.
Yeah, hold up, bro.
Can I talk?
No.
Hang on. We just said hang on.
Man, fuck this shit.
Ephesians.
Yo, I'm going to tell them about what's going on in Houston.
Fuck what shit?
Nah, bullshit.
Let them roll, man.
Yeah,
Hey, check this shit out.
Let them roll. Okay,
All
Ephesians
this shit
6
comes out on the news.
and 17.
They call me
And take the helmet of salvation.
Right.
And the the word of the, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High.
So when you put a helmet on, what are you putting the helmet on for? For salvation, you know, to lock you into this war. Okay? Because